40 Dayers. Welcome to week 4. We'll go ahead and get started.
Week 4, restoration, come into child's pose. Allow your forehead center to rest onto the earth and soften into your breath, your Ujjayi breath. Filling up through the nose and emptying out through the nose. Let's see if you can commit here to just keeping the lips sealed from now until the end of your flow. Okay, take one more here, big inhale, fill all the way up, spread your fingers out wide, spread your toes out wide, and Ujjayi, exhale. Downward facing dog as you're empty. Lift your hips up high to the sky. Drop the weight of your head and settle into breath. Deep, long, rhythmic breath. Pausing at the top of your inhale and pausing at the bottom of your exhale. Just letting these breaths help you to arrive fully in your body and arrive in your practice. Spread your 10 toes out wide. Take a big inhale. Stick your butt up and let it go. Exhale. Lift up high onto your tippy toes. Look forward, bend the knees, and come to the top of the mat for ragdoll. Feet at hip width distance. Grabbing a hold of opposite elbow and dropping the weight of your head. Let your eye gaze set firmly on your feet as you ground the big toe mounds, the pinky toe mounds, the inner heel, and the outer heel. Take a deep, deep breath in until your tailbone up, and long exhale out. Drop the weight of your head. Come all the way up to the sky for mountain pose. Root down through your feet and extend through your fingertips as you look up, reach up, and fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale to prepare, and high push-up. Hands wide and low push-up. Upward facing dog, keep your thigh bones lifted, heart wide. Downward facing dog, roll over the toes. And breath in and breath out. And so we use these sun salutations to warm up the body, to warm up the spine, so we can really come into the power of vinyasa. One more here. In, fill up, and your exhale. Lift up high under the toes, look forward, bend your knees, step or fly to the top. Feet together now, halfway lift in and fold. And mountain pose, rise up, reach up, and fold forward. Pit of your belly, lift it in and up. Halfway lift from the pit of your belly, in and up. High push-up with ease, with lightness, with joy. Low push-up, upward facing dog, in, and downward facing dog, out. Big inhale, start to speed it up a little bit, inviting some velocity into the practice today. One more here, in, fill up, and your exhale. Lift up high onto your toes, look forward, bend your knees, step or fly. Halfway lift, feet together, halfway, and fold forward. Rise all the way up to the sky, reach up, your inhale, and fold forward, deep exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. High push-up to low push-up, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. In through the nose, filling up, and out through the nose, clearing away. Lift up high onto your toes, look forward, bend your knees, step or fly to the top, halfway lift, in, and fold. Chair pose, thunderbolt, sink low. Let the weight sink back into your heels and your eye gaze just set just right in front of you. The back of your neck long. And your expression through your fingertips and your expression through your toes. One more here, breath in. And now as you exhale, sink as low as you can. Drop down low and fold forward, drop your head. Halfway lift, inhale to prepare. High push up. Shoot forward, low push up. Upward facing dog, openness through the chest. and downward facing dog. Right foot steps to the right hand, warrior one. Back foot spins flat. And you'll stay here. And just noticing your breath. Can you start to elongate the breath? Yeah, just really fueling your poses with your breath, with your life. Yeah, one here, take one more. Your inhale, reach up, maybe even look up here. And then release, hands to the earth. High push up to low. Upward facing dog, thighs lift. And downward facing dog, peel back. Left foot goes warrior one, top of the mat. Root down, and then rise up. You feel free here to make the changes that you need to arrive fully with your 100%. And that's what we're asking here for, is your 100%. Take a big inhale, lift up, fill up, and release. Hands to the mat. What does your 100% look like? Low push-up, upward facing dog in, and downward facing dog out. Ujjayi breath in, fill up, and Ujjayi out. Yeah, stay with it. Stay with it. If you need to open the mouth, you need to release some energy, or you need to release some heat, then do that. Otherwise, just stay with your Ujjayi breath. And one more here. Belly up to the sky. And big exhale. Please drop the weight of your head. Nice, Casey. Lift up high onto the toes. Look forward, bend the knees. Step or fly. Halfway lift. Inhale. And fold forward. Exhale. Thunderbolt. Sink low. Rise up. Take one breath in. And fold forward. Halfway lift. Inhale. And high push up. In case you're choosing to modify, low push up, upward facing dog in, and downward facing dog out. Right foot steps, warrior one. Take one inhale, rise up, and release. To the earth you go. High to low, upward facing dog, breathe in, and downward facing dog. Left foot steps, warrior one, top of the mat. One inhale, reach up, fill up, and release. Hands to the earth. High to low, upward facing dog in, and downward facing dog out. And just being and breathing in and out. Just relaxing with what is. Becoming present to what is here in your body today. And going with the flow. Let's take one more here. Your inhale fills you up. And your big, long exhale. Lift up high onto the toes. Look forward, bend your knees. Step or fly. Halfway lift. And fold. Thunderbolt. Sink low. Rise up. And fold forward. Just drop your head. Halfway lift to prepare. And high push up. Shoulders back to low push up. Upward facing dog. In. Fill up. And downward facing dog. Right foot steps. Warrior one. Root down. Come up. And to the mat, high, with the pit of your belly engaged, low, upward facing dog with power, downward facing dog. Left foot steps, warrior one, root down, come up, fill up, and release. Hands to the earth, high, in that flow, low, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Nice, take a big, big inhale. And do open your mouth and let it sigh out, long sigh. Scare the dogs, guys. Big breath in, just like that. Fill up and big, long exhale out. Lift the right leg straight up to the sky. Bend the knee, flex the foot, roll open. And now straighten the leg, right on track. Look towards your hands and high crescent lunge. Step the right foot up, right where the right hand was. And then rise up, fill up. And you'll take your left heel then straight up to the sky. Two variations here. The back leg zipped up tight, strong, or lower down to the back knee. You choose. Draw your hands to your heart and stay here for 3 more breaths. Just letting it be. Just letting it be. One more here. Breathe in. And now exhale, twist to the right. Your left elbow will come outside the front thigh, and then notice your hands. Are they pressing into your heart? Are they pressing into your sternum? And if not, how can you modify the pose, right, to find that connection? Just long breath in and calm breath out. Letting the pit of your belly now lift in and up. Uddiyana Bandha in. And exhale, twist and release. Hands to the earth. High push up to low push up. Upward facing dog, big inhale, fill up. And downward facing dog, heel all the way back. Bring your feet together, take the left leg up, bend the knee, flex the foot, and open, open. Take another inhale, lift the left knee up higher, and straighten the leg on track. Look towards your hands, and from your belly, step, high crescent lunge. Yeah, with ease, with lightness, even with joy. Draw your hands up, and then draw your hands to your heart center. And be here now, pressing your thumbs into the heart, using that press to soften your shoulders away from your ears. Yeah, to draw the right side into the left, coming right into center line. And one more breath in, reach the crown of your head up. And now twist to the left, right elbow outside of the front thigh. And your twist might look different on this side. Maybe you lower down to your knee, or maybe you open up your arms, finding a block underneath the right hand. Wherever you're at, your eyes stay soft but steady. Invite in that soft but also firm. Okay? One more here. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, twist, and then release. Hands to the mat. High push-up. That's a low push-up. Upward facing dog. Inhale. And downward facing dog. Big breath in. Yeah, cleansing breath out. Let it go. It's done. It's done already. Take a breath in. Lift up high on the toes. Look forward. Bend your knees. And jump to the top. Feet together. Halfway lift. And fold forward. Thunderbolt. Sink the hips down low. Rise up. Draw your hands to your heart. Connect. Connect now. Connect here. This is what you have. Be with what is. What rocks can you remove? What rocks are in your way from being fully present, active, alive here in this pose? Take one more here. Breath in. And use your exhale to twist to the right. Left elbow outside of the front thigh. And go ahead and sit your butt down another 6 inches. Just try your arm, sink low. And let your heels root down. And then open up your arms. Take the block underneath. Or maybe you have a jar at home, something else you can use as a prop. Take the left arm down and then the right arm up. And now if it's cool on your neck, look up. And take one more here. Big inhale, fill up. Casey, go ahead and sit down low. Twist and release. Come to center. Take your feet out to hip width. And step on your hands for gorilla pose. You'll take your toes up to your wrists. Bend your knees a lot to make that pose accessible for you. And let your breath do the work here. And let the breath bring the magic. Yeah, the magic in. Release your hands from underneath your feet and find Thunderbolt pose. This time, go ahead and sink low. You know you can. So go ahead and do it. Reach up. Draw your hands to your heart. Pause. And twist to the left. And now with your belly just going on fruit for many of you, you'll find more space here in the twist. So you'll draw the pit of your belly in and up. As you open up your arms, take the block underneath the right hand. If you don't find the earth underneath your hand, then find that prop. Press down to then extend up and soften your face. Casey, soften your jaw. That's it. One more here. Beautiful. Breath in. Go ahead and sink down low and more accessible here. Yeah. And then fold forward, drop the weight of your head. And step on your hands again for gorilla number 2. Just so nice, so giving to your wrists that support you. There's so much in this practice. Just give to them through your toes. This massaging your little cute toes. Yeah.
Finger toes.
Go ahead and shake your head out. Yes, and shake your head out. No. And if there's any rocks there, right on your shoulders, like maybe like a literal physical rock, can you let it dissolve? Yeah, one more here. Big breath in, and then let it dissolve. Let it go. Release your hands from underneath your feet, and come all the way up to stand. Reach up for mountain pose. Sweep your arms up. Look up. Feel it. Don't force it. And eagle pose on the right. Bend your knees just like Thunderbolt, and take your right leg over. And your right arm under. Now you can also modify this pose by just keeping a straight leg expression, or maybe by sliding the block in between your thighs and just coming into a modified bender bolt. Yeah, and through your arms too, feel free to modify in any way that speaks to you. Sink down a little lower here, play with edge, play with your edge, and then release. Rise up, fill up, and eagle on the left. Bend the knees, take the left leg over, and the left arm under, or finding the expression of the pose of eagle, the expression of an eagle in your own body. And with the breath here, balance comes from your drishti and also from your breath. Squeeze your thighs together like you mean business, Casey. Yeah, that's it. And now sink your hips down low and release. Rise up, fill up, and eagle on the right. With no drama, just come into it. Yeah, I said. And focus. Really focusing here on what you want to create and what you want to dissolve. The creation on the inhale and dissolving on the exhale. Let your shoulders soften away from the ears. Breathe in, fill up, and breathe out. Release the pose, come up, and change sides. Left leg, eagle pose. And take the left leg over, squeeze your thighs. Just get committed to the center line of your body, just right away. If you notice a sway from side to side, yeah, just notice it. And just be with that sway. Two more here. You're in. Lift your elbows up and you're out. Sink low and squeeze and hug. One more here. Breath in. You fill up. And your exhale to sink low. And release and unwind. Take the left arm up, high to the sky. And find dancer's pose. Bend your right knee. And you'll grab a hold of the inner foot. Your inner right foot. So you're grabbing a hold of the arch of your foot here. And you can stay here in the setup with Casey is demoing here. Your knees in one line, the crown of your head reaching up, and your shoulder blades soften away from your ears. Stay or kick your foot into your hand with everything you've got. Kick. Now let the knee graze the earth, neutral through the pelvis. Take a breath in, lift it up higher, and switch. Right arm up to the sky. Left arm back, grab a hold of the inner edge of the feet, the foot, set it up, knees in one line. Find that right there, yeah. Find that center line, draw the pit of your belly up, and now stay or kick it up. Go for full expression here of you. While you let your shoulders surrender away from your ears, kick your foot up into your hand. That's it, take a big inhale, kick up, and release and change sides. Moving on, it's done. Now take the right leg behind you, grab a hold of the foot, and now go. And breath. Finding the breath here can be a challenge. Can you find a breath in the pose? The breath bringing stability and ease and a real joyfulness in the experience. Now one more here, in, fill up, expand out, and release. Change sides. Right arm up, bend the left knee, grab a hold of the inside of the foot, and it's go time. Kick the foot into the hands, kick up, and a beautiful opening through the front of the hip, strengthening through the butt, revitalizing your body in a whole new way here. Take a big inhale, kick up, fill up, and release. Tree pose. Ground the left foot down, take the right leg up to meet the left leg. The first variation is to kickstand the foot. Every day different. Yeah, every day different. Drop what you know, right, and come into the pose that's here for you now. This is it, and it's perfect, just as it is. Big, big, big inhale. Expand out from the crown of your head through your fingertips. Shine out. And then release, hands to your heart, and mindful transition, right leg down. Take the left leg up to meet it strong, firm through your standing leg. Coming into that line of energy from the right heel all the way up through the crown of your head. Yeah, soften like water through the backs of your shoulders and through your mid-back. And engage your low belly in and up. Ground down like earth through your standing leg, through your foot. And now 2 more, your expression in. Are you breathing? 1 more, reach up, fill up, and release. Fold forward at the top of your mat, drop your head. Halfway lift, inhale, fill up. High push-up position, clearing it away. Low push-up, upward facing dog. Inhale, fill up. Downward facing dog, peel back. Step your right foot to the top for warrior 2. Spin the back foot flat, windmill the arms, and open up your hips. And now, take a peek at your feet and see the back foot is parallel to the outer edge of your mat. Your front foot is parallel to the outside, the right side edge of your mat. And then take your arms forward in front of you. Go ahead and sink low into the lunge. Now forget about what's happening next and just be here. And now triangle pose, straighten the front leg. Shift the left hip bone forward. Reach forward, reach forward. See how Casey's going so far as she can. And then the right hand comes down. And for some of you, the top of the shin or the top of the foot. And for others, the fingertip stance there, making that connection into something. And if it's okay, finding that lift through the chest, that lift through the heart. If it's okay, take the gaze up to the upper thumb. Beautiful expression, Casey. Take 1 more here. Ground down like earth and radiate out. Yes. And release. Come all the way up to stand. Pivot your right foot towards the side wall. Take your hands to your hips. Engage your belly and fold forward. Drop the weight of your head. Completely drop down. Let the weight of your head go. Let your shoulders go. The back of your neck, your jaw, your tongue. This pose is so restorative for your body. When you allow yourself to lean into it and be in it, remove the rocks that are in your way. 1 more here. Big inhale. And get empty. Walk your hands up, straighten through the arms, take your hands underneath your shoulders, and come all the way up to stand. Pivot your toes to the front of the room for pyramid pose. Line up your hips like headlights on a car. And you can take your hands behind your back. You can find namaste or reverse namaste or binding the palms or even take a towel or a belt. Take a big inhale, lift up, and allow yourself very slowly to fold forward. Draw the right hip bone back as you draw your thigh muscles up to the sky. And a big surrendering here. Letting your eyes stay set. It's tempting for the eyes to wander. The practice here is setting the eye gaze. 1 more here. Big, big, big inhale. And big, long exhale. And please release your hands down. High push-up position through your flow. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Expansive inhale. Big inhale. And downward facing dog. Left foot steps. Warrior 2. Top of the mat. Open the arms. Open the hips. Ground down through your feet. And open up the pose. You see Casey just right away. She's just finding space here. Just finding space to be. Just committing to growth. And let your left hand be in the game. Your right hand in the game. And now bring your eyes set. She set. 1 more here. Inhale. And go ahead and sink low into the lunge in case you go low. And then triangle pose. Straighten the front leg. Shift the back hip bone back. And then reach up, reach up. Right arm up, high to the sky. And your low belly muscles, abdominal muscles, are lifting you up here. They're lifting and supporting the twist of your spine, the rinsing of your spine, the detoxing of your entire body here. Big, big, big inhale, fill up. Exhale, twist and rinse and release. Come all the way up to stand. Take the left foot to the side. Take your hands to your hips. And standing straddle bend. Let yourself fold forward. Drop the weight of the head. And the second time around, What's here for you now? Yeah, can you bend your knees a little bit? Can you let the weight shift more into the balls of your feet? Can you let go of any tension or any resistance of what's holding you back here? And release. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders, straighten through the arms. Draw your hands to your hips and come up to stand. Pyramid pose to the front of the room. Let your toes line up. Let your hips line up. So in case you'll take your left hip bone back, your right hip bone forward. Find the binds. Yeah, even more. Let your right heel come out to the side of the mat. Yeah. And big inhale, fill up. And now from here, fold forward. And your hips like headlights on a car, like steering you. Yeah, guiding you into this deep, deep forward fold. These forward folds are so good. And now fueling it with breath. One more here, in. And your exhale out, just get empty. And release and find locust pose. Hands to the mat, step back. Low push up. And all the way down to the earth. Forehead center to the mat. Tricked me too. And locust pose, lift everything up. Yeah, you heard it, just lift everything up. It's easy to get stuck on the mat. Yeah. It's easy to get stuck on the mat. I know, it's easy to come into story. Right? It's much harder to stay with whatever it really is here. Right? Now lift up through your chest or your heart. Big inhale, fill up. And release, turn your cheek to one side. Really, really nice here. Breath in. And let it surrender. Breath out. And locust pose number 2. Second time around, yeah, come into it with greater intensity, greater focus. As you let your eyes stay set, every inhale, your heart lifts up, and then you stay in that high. Every inhale, the heart lifts up, and then you stay. That's it. 2 more, just like that. Beautiful. Casey, lift up, fill up, spread your toes out wide, breath out. And 1 more here. Big inhale, fill up, and release. Bring your forehead center to the mat. Bend your knees behind you, and come up into bow pose. Flex your feet, and bring your knees to hip width, and lift up, bow. And maybe you take it 1 leg at a time. If you can't quite grab a hold of your ankles, just take 1 at a time. And take a big inhale, kick up, feet into hands, kick up, and then release, turn the cheek to one side. Big breath in, stay with it. Big exhale out, stay with it. Forehead center to the mat, and bow pose. Flex the feet, and kick up. No time to waste. Kick up, kick up, kick up. Lift up. Being and breathing in, and being and breathing out. What's available for you here? Kick, Casey, kick. That's it. Kick, up, kick. And release. Bend your elbows, plant your hands alongside your body, way down by your floating ribs. Index fingers and thumb pressing into the earth, and upward facing dog. Lift your chest, lift your heart, and downward facing dog should feel good. Lower your knees down to the mat for camel. Curl your toes under. Grab a hold of a block in between the thighs. Good stability, good support. Take your hands behind your low back. Ground down through your sacrum. Engage your low belly. And lift your chest and your heart just straight up, straight up. And this is a pose here that can also be challenging to find the breath. So play around with tucking your chin into your chest to really find fluid breath in the pose. And for some of you, you can start to go up and then back as long as your hips stay forward. 2 more breaths here. Inhaling long, exhaling calm. 1 more breath in, and use your belly muscles to slowly release. Chin into the chest. Cross over at your ankles, take your hands down to the earth, and come onto your spine. And we'll set up for bridge pose here. Bend your knees. Place your feet at hip width distance. And take your index finger and your middle finger and feel your heels. That's it. And now just lift your pelvis up to the sky. Just lift your pelvis up. Again, if you have a block, you could take this supported underneath your spine. Yeah, for some of you, you keep your arms pressing down into earth, and for others, you'll bind your arms behind your back. Yeah, take one more here, lift up, fill up, and release. Come all the way down. Plant your hands alongside your ears for wheel pose. Wheel, if you've got it, set it up, come on up. Otherwise, you're on the setup for wheel with your hands alongside your ears and you're on the crown of your head to start. And now long, calm breath. Back bends bring calm into our beings. And removing the rocks. Let your shoulder blades slide down your spine. Take your knees towards the front of your room. Your thighs up to the sky. This is it. One more big inhale. This is your opener. You're ready. And then release. Come all the way down. Find dead bug or happy baby pose. Take the soles of your feet up to the sky. And your knees out wider than your ribs. Out to the sides of your room. And let your entire spine melt onto the earth. Stay with your breath, your Ujjayi breath. And stay with your Drishti set. And hug your knees into your chest. Take your legs up high to the sky, setting up for scissor legs. Let your hands come underneath your sacrum, palms face down, and lower the legs 30% of the way. So you're at about 60 degrees from the earth here. Your eyes are set up at the sky, or up at your ceiling, and you're breathing. Ujjayi in, and Ujjayi out. One more here, Ujjayi in and Ujjayi out. Lower your legs another 30%. So now you're hovering 30% off of the earth. Yeah, in integrity. Flexing through the feet, light it up through your toes. Lower down, let the legs hover 2 inches off the mat. Look up at your toes, and really nice to smile here, or to stick out your tongue, to make a face. Big, big, big inhale, fill up. Big, long exhale, and lift the legs all the way up to the sky. Hug your knees into the chest, squeeze and hug in. Keep your left leg into your body. Take your right leg out long. And setting up for some bicycles or abdominal twists. Lift through your chest, lift through your heart, and go. And you'll just bring a knee into the chest. We like to keep the knee over the hips, flexing through the feet like you're pressing earth away from your body. Finding the breath here, lifting and twisting for 20. Pick it up. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the legs up high to the sky, and then bring your feet together and your knees wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. Letting your knees meet the earth, maybe your hands meet your heart, or maybe you lift them up over your head. Just taking a few breaths here, just to be with the after effect of the back bend. Open up the abdominals and to surrender. Hug your knees into your chest and squeeze. Rock and roll your body up and back, and have a little fun with it here. Rock and roll up and back. You'll take this rock about 5 times, and we'll meet up in boat pose, Navasana. Making your body like an inverted V, letting your palms go alongside your body, parallel to the earth, your heart forward, your shoulders back, and maybe you modify, maybe you grab a hold of the backs of the thighs, finding integrity in the pose, being on your 2 sit bones, breathing here, in and breathing out. And long breath in and big exhale out. One more here. Big inhale, fill up and big exhale. Release your feet down to the mat. Cross your right leg over your right leg at a 90-degree bend. You'll flex through your right foot. Yeah, then bend your knee, Casey. Plant your left foot onto the mat and seated half pigeon here. Yeah, so the right foot is really flexed. That's it. And you can stay here with your hands alongside the body, or you can start to walk up and walk your hips up closer to your body. Take one more here. Your inhale. And then your exhale. Walk your hands back if you need to. Hands underneath the shoulders. And then take the inhale up for three-legged tabletop. You keep your leg crossed over. You ground down through your hands. Ground down through your feet. Take the tailbone up to the sky. Drop the weight of your head. I know, it's a risk. Remove the rocks. Take the risk. Take a breath in. Fill up and release. Release all the way down. Yeah, take your right leg over your left leg and let your left leg come underneath you for bent leg seated twist. Yeah, right leg over and then bend your left knee and slide your left foot underneath your body kind of. Yeah, bending. There you go. All right, and ground down. Yeah, through your right hand, reach the left arm up, and then give yourself this twist. Just a gentle, easy twist. And you'll notice one solid line of energy on Casey from the sit bones rooted down to the crown of the head reaching up. And now, Casey, can you ground your right foot down into the mat? Can you feel both sit bones neutral here? Now, one more breath in, fill up. And big, long exhale out. Come into double pigeon. Take the right leg, bend the knee, and take the left leg underneath. And you'll find your legs kind of like Lincoln logs. Your left ankle bone all the way over your right femur. Set up the pose. Take an inhale, lift the arms up, and then look forward and bow forward to your degree. Some of you will stay upright and just be with it. Be with it, not judging it, not creating a story about it, but really being with what is. One more here, big inhale and big exhale. Release now, come all the way up. I will change sides. Bend the right knee, plant the foot for seated half pigeon. You'll take the left leg over, flexing through the foot, creating that 90-degree bend. You'll stay here or walk your hips and closer to your body. Heart forward, upper arm bones back. A big smile created through your chest, your heart, and through your face. Take one more here. You're in. And your exhale out. Walk your hands back if you walked forward. Stack your wrists right underneath your shoulders. And fingertips can face forward or back. And then lift up. Lift your pelvis up. And drop the weight of your head. It's a big stretch on the outside of your thigh. So just be with it. Allow the breath to come right into where you feel the pose, and then grow it, remove the rocks, and take a big inhale, lift it up, fill up, and then release. Tuck the right leg under, take the left leg over for bent leg, seated twist. Yeah, right arm back behind you, left arm back behind you, right arm up, and then twist over to the left. And your eyes can stay just to the side of your room. For some of you, you can start to shift your drishti to the back of the room. Breath in, fill up, and breath out. Breath in, Ujjayi, hear the breath, and Ujjayi, breath out. One more here, breath in, fill up, and big exhale out. Double pigeon. Plant the left leg on top of the right, flex through the foot. So keeping both feet really flexed to stay safe through your knees. Lift up through your chest and heart. And then fold forward and drop the weight of your head to your degree. Now you might take a whole lot of blocks or any other prop that you have available, maybe to let your head soften into something. So let the weight of the world go here and be with what is, for most of us, a sensation in the backs of the legs. And instead of creating story about it, can you just let it be sensation? Just being with the sensation of the legs, being with the surrender of your head, the dropping down, the releasing, and the letting go, right? So 2 more here, breath in, and big exhale out. And 1 more here, big, big, big breath in, fill up, and big exhale out. Now release, walk up, and take both legs out long in front of you for seated forward bend. You might take blocks underneath your knees, finding a bent knee expression. Pull your butt out from underneath you, find your sit bones rooted, and take a breath in, reach up, fill up, expand out, and fold forward, drop the weight of your head. And every inhale, your heart forward, and every exhale, surrender the weight of your head. Inhale, heart forward. You'll feel your hips reach back. And exhale, drop the weight of the head. Are you still holding on? Or can you really let it go? 1 more here. You got this. Let it go. Release from the pose, tabletop, bend your knees, plant your hands back behind you, and lift up. Lift up through your chest, your heart, your tailbone, shooting straight up, dropping the weight of the head. Some of you might start to lift one leg and then the other. Let's ignite the pose with your energy. Take a big inhale, reach up, fill up, and release. Come all the way down and find shoulder stand if it's available for you. Legs up the wall pose if it is not. Shoulder stand coming into plow pose first. Let your legs come over your head, and your feet might touch the back and they might not, and it doesn't matter. Walk your hands into your spine. Shimmy your shoulder blades in towards your spine as you keep the back of your neck long. And for some of you, you may stay or you may lift the legs up to the sky. You might go 1 leg at a time, 2 legs at a time. You might find some playfulness here, bending through the legs, maybe bicycling it out. Yeah. That's what I did this morning. It's so nice. If you need to come out, then you come out. We're trying to take the pose for about 10 breaths. So in integrity here, if you haven't had those 10 breaths, go ahead and come back up to the pose. If you have found those 10 breaths, then find plow pose. Let your legs come over your head. And then death man's pose. Bend your knees and squeeze the outer edges of your face, your temples with the inside of your knees. Let your eyes stay set and receive here. Release your arms, let them come down long on the mat. Bring your thumb tips together and allow yourself to come all the way down. Straighten your legs out, setting up for fish pose. You'll straighten both legs out and actually point through your toes. So the one time that we really point through the toes. And like Casey is doing, she's coming up on a day at the beach. And I like to take my hands behind the sacrum like this. Some people like to take them alongside the body. There's no right or wrong. Then arcing your spine and dropping the weight of your head back. Yeah, and a wonderful rejuvenator, an opener for clarity, for contentment, for compassion, for acceptance. Now lift up, And tuck your chin and slowly release. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze and hug. Let your left leg come out long on the mat. And take your right leg all the way over the length of your body. As still flexing through the feet. In case he's taking your right arm out to the side wall, palm face up or palm face down. And you let your shoulders integrate into your spine. And just long, calm breath here. Deep, long inhale. And full, calm exhale. And just relaxing with what is. Not creating a story about what's not. Really giving yourself this time and space to be with what is. One more big breath in. And your surrendered exhale out. Hug your knees into your chest and squeeze and hug. And change sides. Draw the left kneecap in. Take the right leg out long. And let it come all the way over the length of your body. You'll shift over into your right hip bone. And stay really flexed through your right foot. Just stay really flexed through your left foot. Yeah, even more flexing here. Yeah. Finding Tadasana in this pose. Coming into the center line of your being. And moving this week from your truth. Let go of any resistance. Let go of anything that's not serving you here and now. Let it go. Take a final breath in here, fill up. And a final rinsing exhale. Come back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Re-neutralize the spine here. I like to re-neutralize the spine. Feeling the entire weight of your spine grounded into earth. Give yourself a big hug for showing up, for staying with it, for being in it, for really doing the work. Yeah, you guys are really doing the work, and we just want to acknowledge each and every one of you for showing up for this practice today. It says more to us about who you are than anything ever could. And so with deep gratitude, Casey and I say thank you. And Shavasana, let your palms come up alongside your body. Shimmy your shoulder blades in towards your spine. And let your toes place out away from one another. Your arm or your legs about as wide as your yoga mat. Get anything out of your way that's in contact with your body. And just be. Release your breath. Release the back of your head, your brain, your jaw, your tongue, your shoulders, your upper arm bones, your forearms, your hands. Release your heart center. Let it surrender into earth. Your digestive organs, let them surrender to the weight, the pull of gravity. Your pelvis, Let it melt. Your upper leg bones is dissolving into earth. Your kneecaps, your calves, your shins. Total body surrender. Release your ankles and your feet. And give yourself this time to restore, to find stillness, to relax with what is. And as the rocks come up, or you notice an area where you're still holding on, drop the rocks. Let the wings of grace support you. Always present, always there for you. You have an option to stay here as long as you like. bring some awareness back into your body. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Rotate out your ankles and rotate out your wrists. And then hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a big old hug. Rock on over to either side. Draw yourself up to an easy seat. Draw your hands together at your heart center. And take your fingers up to your forehead center. Spread your fingers out wide. Take a big breath in, lift up, fill up. And together we bow and say namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you for joining us for this class. Thank you for joining us in this 40-day program. And have a great rest of your day. We'll see you on the mat soon. Namaste.
Namaste.